Social media, pop culture, navigating adulthood. If any of these words sound like a good time to you, then you're in the right place. Welcome to the Zillennial Girl Talk podcast. I'm your host Amanda, joined by my other host Siriana, and we're here to talk all about social media gossip, pop culture talk, how the heck to navigate adulthood, and much more. If this interests you, keep on listening.
Hello.
Hello.
Long time no see. It's been forever.
I know, it's been a minute. I don't even know when was our last episode up.
I
Trying to
think
check.
beginning of October, because we were like talking about birthdays.
No, October 9th.
That's like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. So it's been a
Damn.
minute. But we're back.
Yeah. Well, like last week, I told you I was gonna do a solo episode, and then I recorded it, but I was like having a rough week, and so I recorded it. It was like only like 10 minutes long, and I watched it back, and I'm like, no, this isn't like good enough to put back on, to put online. So I was like, I'm just gonna take another break. It's fine.
Honestly, it's okay. It's like at this point, even for my other podcast, I'm just like, this is not my full-time thing. If it was, maybe it's best not to like miss stuff. But at the end of the day, like if it's affecting our mental health, there's no point of like trying to force something out.
Yeah, I was like trying to force it, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna put this out.
It's okay. But I guess we'll get into like everything that's happened in our lives the past 2 weeks. So I guess we can start with the song of the week. So what is your song?
So Adele came out with a new song. She's coming out with a new album next month, and the song is Easy on Me. I know like her album is gonna be like more about her divorce, so I'm like looking forward to like listening to her whole album and just cry.
Honestly, like, sorry, but like I'm not going through a divorce, obviously, but I don't know.
I'm
like,
not going through a divorce or a breakup, so I have to like find my
broken
heart in somewhere.
Yeah, like that's me with Olivia Rodrigo. Like, I don't relate to any of the songs that she's singing right now, but like I will belt it out. Like,
yeah, that's how I've been with Billie Eilish.
Same. Yeah. When's the album coming though?
November 19th. Yeah. So her album is gonna be title 30 because it goes by her age. Okay. And then it comes out on 11/19, which equals to 30. So
smart.
Yeah.
I would never think of that.
I thought about it one day. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Yeah, my brain doesn't go that far. Yeah, my song is typical. It's by Madison Beer. And it's called Follow the White Rabbit. Have you ever listened to it?
Not that one, no.
It's so good. Like, honestly, it was not one of my favorites. And then at the concert when she sang it, I was like, okay, this actually like is fire. So that's the song I picked. If you haven't listened to it, you should. But yeah, I guess we'll go into it. So Kourtney and Travis.
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, Travis Barker proposed to Kourtney Kardashian. And I think I don't think anyone was surprised because they were like such a cute couple and they've been together.
They were like obsessed with each other.
Yeah. And I don't really follow the Kardashians, but like seeing her glow up from like over the years and like seeing how she is now, I'm like, she's so fucking beautiful. And like people are trying to like make the proposal about Scott. And they're like, he had his chance over the past.
He had like 11 years?
Yeah. Like he had like 11 years. So I was like, it only took Travis 10 months.
Yeah. And if you know, you know. So
and if he wanted to, he would. So
exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I saw like a lot of things about it. And yeah, like people were like, oh, like what is Travis? What is Scott like thinking right now? And I'm like, who fucking cares? Who cares what he's thinking? Because he's lost.
He had his chance, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone was like, it's so quick. But I mean, like they're also older.
Yeah, they're like
they have money.
40s. Yeah, they have like kids and everything.
Yeah, so they don't have to like be saving up for like an engagement party, a wedding. Like they have the money, and I mean, by the looks of it, they look like they really like each other. So I'm happy for her. I feel like she's been through it.
She has. I mean, they all have, but like, she definitely has.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really follow them a lot. The only one that I follow more is like Kylie, just because she's like our age. So I feel like I can't really relate to her, but like there's some things in her life that I can relate to just because of age things. But like other than that, like there's not much. But yeah. And they have like their new series coming out on Hulu. I literally saw a tweet about that like 2 minutes ago before like I opened up the
Another
Zoom.
series?
Yeah, so I thought like it was done, but they're just like moving to Hulu. I'm trying to find it, but Hulu.
I mean, I guess anything to make more money. But like they have like all the money in the world. Why do you need another show?
I don't know, and like what's gonna be the difference? Hulu Kardashian. It's like what was the point of stopping the other show? Yeah, so the Kardashian Jenner's new show, Hulu describes the series as the family's exciting next chapter in a new intimate journey into their lives. It's officially underway. Yeah, I don't know what the difference is going to be, but
they probably had
see.
their contract like expire with was it the E Network?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never really watched. The only episode I watched was when Kylie Jenner had her 18th birthday in Montreal, because I went and I was like, let me find myself. And I found myself. I found myself yelling in the crowd.
Like the fangirl that you are.
And I was underage, so I had a
Were
fake
you?
ID. Yeah, because she's a year older than me. So I was 17, and in Montreal, like legal age is 18. And she went to this place called Beach Club, which is like a club on the beach. So
There's
I got
a beach
fake
in
ID.
Montreal.
It's ugly. It's not like a nice beach. It's like no.
Oh, speaking of Montreal, so after the last episode we recorded, I like impulsively bought a ticket to Montreal from May. So I'm gonna be going seeing Amanda in May.
It's gonna be so funny.
I'm so excited.
It's gonna be so weird. I haven't like met people.
Yeah, I know how like we're also both introverts too.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be like kind of awkward at first, but like once
we'll make it work.
Yeah. I'll be there for a week, so we gotta make it work.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I guess we can catch up from this whole month.
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened this month.
So after we recorded this, I went to Texas.
Yes, that's true.
But like I want to backtrack a little bit. So I was planning to go to Texas. So I left October 8th in the evening. And I had like a quick last minute change in who was taking me to the airport. So the guy that I was seeing like drove an hour to come take me to the airport. And during that car ride, he's like, "Oh, do you want to be my girlfriend?" And I'm like, "Excuse me?
Me?
Why me?" And so he asked me that, and I thought he was joking. I was like, "You're kidding, right?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, my bad." And so he was like, "Yeah." Because what happened was the day before he posted me on Instagram, and I was like,
"That's when you know."
That's when you know. And he's never had a girlfriend before, so like all of his friends were blowing up his phone, and they're like, "Who's this girl?" And they're like, "Is she a girlfriend?" He's like, "No." And then the next day, he's like, and I was like, "I guess."
So cute.
Yeah. So it's been a few weeks. And then I went to Texas. And I spent time with family that I hadn't seen in a while. That was fun. I met my only cousin I've ever had.
He was only have one cousin?
I only have one cousin, and he's 5 months old, and he's like the cutest little chubby baby. And
love babies.
He looks like me, which scares me. I'm like, this child is not mine. No, thank you. I don't need any children. But yeah, he looks exactly like me, which kind of scared me a bit. And then let's see. Went to Texas, came back. What did I do? And then I went back to work, and now at work I have a new coworker, so I came back to a new coworker. That's been interesting, but I'm not gonna talk much on that.
No comment.
No comment. Because people at my work do listen to this, so I'm not gonna say much.
Hi, people from serious work.
Yeah, so work's been crazy. School's been crazy. It's all been a lot, and my brain just feels fried.
No, I feel that.
Last weekend, the boyfriend and I, it was his idea to go hiking, and so when we first started talking, he slid in my DMs, and he was like, "Let me do one of your workouts." How did he
find you? Huh? Have you ever asked? Like,
no, we matched on Tinder.
Oh, okay.
So let me check back even more. Okay.
I was like, how did he randomly find you? Okay, that makes sense.
So we had matched on Tinder like a year ago, like almost a year ago. Right. And we would go with each other back and forth.
I love that for each other.
And so we had each other on Instagram and Snapchat. And like every once in a while he would comment on my Snapchats. And then one day I had posted like one of my workout selfies on Snapchat. And he was like, will you go on a date with me if I do one of your workouts? I'm like, say less.
Bet.
Like, you're gonna do one of my workouts. It wasn't until last weekend that this man did one of my workouts.
Oh my God, he lied.
He lied. He didn't do it. Yeah. And so this weekend I drove up to him and went to go see him. Did my workout. Then he's like, let's go on a hike. And it was like already 5:30 at this time in the evening. And the hike was almost 5 to 6 miles.
Wow. I don't know what that means, but I know we don't do miles here.
I think that's 8 kilometers.
Oh, that's yeah.
So it was like 5 to 6 miles. And it was already 5:30, and you know how it gets dark early.
Yeah.
So we're like an hour in, and it starts getting dark, and I'm like, oh shit.
Okay.
And then he also like got hit in the leg by a soccer ball like a few days before, like really bad. And it's like the last like leg of our hike, he was being a little bitch. And he wimped out on the hike, and it was already dark, so like we couldn't see anything. We had to keep our flashlights on our phones out because we couldn't see anything. I'm like, this man is coming out here to kill me. I'm like, this is it. This is how I go. But we ended up making it like an hour after it got dark. And then it was also cold. It also got cold too.
Yeah, because once the sun's gone, it's like
yeah, like it was romantic, like hiking under the stars, but at the same time I'm like, a bear's gonna come out here and grab me and come get me. But then we went to go get ramen, which was perfect after that.
I love ramen.
And then fast forward to this week, work's just been work. And that's it. But yeah, don't let your boyfriend take you hiking after dark.
I don't want to hike.
Not a good idea.
Nope. I'm trying to like be like, what did I do? My life.
Okay, miss, I went to a concert last weekend.
Yeah, but that's all I did. Like, I'm sure I did more, but I can't remember. Like, okay, so the first week of October, we recorded. Second week, let me look at my calendar. I went to a Habs game, so like hockey, Montreal game. They lost that time I went, so that's great. And then I went for dinner on the Saturday, and I went for my first ever like Korean barbecue experience, and it was really good. But the like amount of food I ate, my pants, I had to unbutton them. Like, it was not okay. And then we had Thanksgiving. Leggings. Yeah, I know. I didn't think of that. I wore jeans. And then we had Canadian Thanksgiving, because our Thanksgiving was October 10th, because I think it's a month earlier than like America. And then obviously I didn't have work the next day because we got a holiday. And then I went for dinner with my aunt and my mom and my cousin on another day. I got my nails done. I'm just like literally going through my calendar. Then I went to the movies with my boyfriend, and we saw No Time to Die. And then I went to a concert. And then I went to Quebec City. And then I went to another hockey game, and they won this time. And then on my other podcast, I interviewed my first ever reality TV star, Anna from The Bachelorette.
Ooh.
Yeah, the episode's not up yet though. By the time this goes up, it'll be up on the Monday. So if you're interested, you can go listen on Monday. And then now we're here. So yeah, I kind of did a lot of shit. I've been like so overwhelmed by it, because like I'm like the type that like I like to do one thing a week, because I don't know, just being like introverted and like social anxiety and stuff. Energy. It's like, yeah, like I have enough social energy for one thing a week. So the fact that I did so much, especially because I went to a concert on October 20th, and then the 21st I left for Quebec City with my friend, and we came back the 22nd, and then I went to a game the 23rd. Like that week I was like, this is it. This is the end of me. Like, I'm not okay. Yeah. I was just like, I don't know. It was so overwhelming. And then I have schoolwork, which after this podcast, I literally have to go like look at what the hell I have to do, because I don't even know anymore. And like, have you like thought about the fact that there's only like 5 weeks of school left for this semester?
I don't need you to remind me, please.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, like I felt like I did nothing.
Wait, when's your last week of school?
First week of December.
Okay, mine's the second week.
Okay, so I think I started a week. No, because you guys you guys get a week off? You get like
for
reading week. Yeah. Okay, so we
don't reading get week.
Yeah, that's what we call it here. But
like
you guys have Thanksgiving.
So the way it works here is we do have a fall break. Like most schools, they have a fall break like second week of October.
Okay.
But my school is like, let's combine your fall break with Thanksgiving, which after Thanksgiving, you have like 2 weeks left of school. So I'm just like, I'm burnt out right now. I need a break.
Yeah.
They're like, no, they're like, let's wait until Thanksgiving.
I wish we had like we don't even get like a week off in our fall semester. We get like a day.
Yeah,
like,
I have 3 weeks until Thanksgiving, and I'm just waiting. And I was gonna take, so my work pays me to be off that Thursday and Friday, and I was
okay.
gonna take that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off just to like breathe.
Mm-hmm.
But my coworker beat me to it, so. But I mean, work's pretty slow around that time. It's just not
Yeah,
have
because most
school.
people also have it off probably, so like no one's really
Yeah.
doing things.
Also with work, so I mentioned how I got a new coworker. So because he got hired on, I got a raise.
We love that.
So I'm just, yeah, it was great. It was like a nice surprise to come back to when I went
Mm-hmm.
on my
We love
trip.
getting
So I'm just like,
raises. We love more money.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
As so
Life.
the way my work works is our salaries are public information. And so I can literally look up his salary right now. Well, not right now, but it updates like once a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I
So
was
you'll
gonna
see.
yeah, so I was gonna be like, if his pay is like a lot more than mine, I was gonna raise some hell. But since I got the raise, I don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. At least it works out.
But also, so I also have a job interview tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
For what?
So,
Can you say? Like not the company, obviously, but like what's the
well,
job
it's
title?
it's the same place that I'm working at now, but like in a
Okay.
different department. And so I feel like it's more related because like right now I just work in IT.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like this one's gonna help me get more on track towards the social work
Mm-hmm.
part of like what I want to do. So yeah, I have an interview tomorrow and I'm nervous and excited because I realize this is my first like interview in almost 2 years.
Yeah, that's how I felt because I had worked at Apple for 5 years. So when I had
Okay.
an interview, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what do they even like? I don't even remember my interview.
Yeah.
And like you like sometimes you're just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's scary.
Yeah, because like when I interviewed for this job, I I was already like in a student position with the group already, so like they knew me, like they've worked with me for like
Mm-hmm.
4 years, and so like the interview is more like of like a formal thing because I already have the job. There's like
Yeah.
just for the sake of it, we have to interview. So I mean, it wasn't like real. I wasn't stressed about that interview at all.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like my first interview like in over 5 years with somebody
It's
different. I'm just
scary.
like,
So like you want to like I remember when you first started this podcast, I think you were like trying to figure out what you wanted to do. So like now do you know like
yeah,
what you want to do?
yeah. Now I know what I want to do, kind of. Um,
That's good.
and I'm just hoping like I get the job, and I also hoping like I get a little bit more pay.
Mm-hmm. So like
Because
it's like social work that you want to do or like
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's social work that I want to do, but like this one's like you create like a curriculum for people with disabilities.
Okay.
And so I feel like it's something along the lines of like at least merging me into that lane
Mm-hmm.
of social work. So I think it'll be good. But we'll see.
That's exciting.
I'll hopefully update you on the next. No, I won't know for a couple weeks. So in a couple episodes I'll update you.
I had like a job crisis again. So I went to the concert, right? And I saw someone that their job was literally to like post on this like the one of the artists' Instagram during the show. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, I did
I
not
wonder
know
how
that was a
much
job.
I wonder how much you pay for that. But also I
But
wonder
you
if
get to go on tour, like you get to
yeah,
like so like you get to go on tour with them. So
and
like
they
your
pay for
food
all
is
of that.
paid. Yeah, your food is paid. Your hotel or if you're staying on the bus, like I don't really know. I didn't go up to them and be like, where do you sleep? But like
Yeah.
your food is paid, all those things are paid, like the way to get places are paid, and then you also get paid to do the work. So I'm like, that is wild. And like I don't think I'd want to do that as like a full career path because like you'd be gone a lot and stuff. And like
I think temporarily that'd be cool
yeah,
too.
I'd be like,
Like
that
for a
would be
year.
like at least like once in my lifetime. I would love to go on tour with anyone
Hmm.
and just like do that. I literally was staring at the person. I was like, this is what you do. And I couldn't like stop looking. And then I went to go like Google it and like I was like, that is a real job. It's literally a social media manager for an artist on tour. I was like, that is wild. Like the shit that like I grew up like thinking that would never be a job is a
It's a
job.
job.
And it's wild to me.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't.
So I see you also have something in relation to the concert on our
Yes. Okay.
planning
So
document. So let me preface this by saying this is all I've heard about the past week. I'm like, I didn't know it was a thing. I'm like, Amanda, it's even real, but I'm not gonna question it.
it is real. So I did a Google search. Okay, but post-concert depression, which is labeled as PCD, is a term that's continually thrown around in fan culture for almost a decade. So it didn't just come out of nowhere, and has been the subject of countless blogs attempting to explain it, but it has not been formally addressed in the community of abnormal psychology. While it is a psychological repercussion of attending a concert you got attached to, what are in overlaps with depression. Well, you love that. Maybe that's why I get it. So it's like right now they're in the study of like studying it as like a psychological disorder, which is literally wild because I'm like, what the fuck? But like, I swear, I get it. Like, it's really bad. And I think it was worse this time because I haven't like been to a concert in 2 years. So it was like the first like live experience. And I was like, but like there's different phases. So there's 9 different phases that you go through. So there's phase 1, which is euphoria, which is like right after the concert. It says there are remnants of what you felt while standing front row, singing, possibly crying. I did not cry though. So like euphoria is like right after like the concert, like you're like on a high. And then phase 2 is reflection. So this is where like the post show where you like upload photos and shit like that, which I also did. And I mean, I heard my singing and
I heard it too.
Literally was like the people next to me. But that's whatever. Then there's phase 3, which is realization. So this is when you start to realize you'll never experience it again unless you're impulsive like me. And that all the photos and descriptions, the world can never really capture the beautiful thing you just experienced. Then phase 4 is reality. So this is the next day that you return to your everyday life and you say like, what's the point? This isn't life. Last night's show was life. That was being alive. And then there's phase 5, which is feeling outcasted. This is us. To cheer yourself up, you may find yourself grasping to go back a few phases to reflection and share with people who weren't at the show. Most humans will respond with a half-hearted, oh, that's cool, or sounds fun. And it's just like, but you don't understand. It was so much more than that. But what it means to you is impossible to articulate. At this point, you realize no one understands you. And the people who do aren't anywhere to be found, possibly because they're at the show. Which leads to stalking, which is phase 6. So
yeah, you've done that already.
Yeah. Oh my God. You want a second taste and you'll live vicariously through others to get it. You hunt down your friends who are going to upcoming dates, Twitter lists them. Oh my God, I actually did that. That's so embarrassing. And refresh the shit out of the list continuously until the night is over. Any sign of photographs or a glimpse of the show, then you go on YouTube and creep on the venue and tour staff. Anything you can do to just get a teeny pic. And then phase 7 is lack of impulse control. You realize your lonely, lifeless existence can be sated only by more of what you put in your current predicament to begin with the show. You may find yourself on Live Nation looking at the next date, 7 states away, thinking, yeah, that's a good idea. And you know I can't argue with that. You might spend money to feel alive again and then think that you have an addiction. Okay, so fun fact, I bought tickets to another concert that is a 5-hour flight away. Okay, so backstory. I wanted to go to the concert in either Chicago or Vancouver, but then I was like, Chicago, because of the COVID and everything, like the rules are different and stuff than Canada. And I was like, that just seems like really confusing. So I was like, I'm going to go to the Vancouver show. And then I was like, hey, Amanda, you need to calm down. Like, you don't have to go. And then for fun on Twitter, I tweeted like, at Madison Beer, like if you like respond to this, like I'll book a flight to your Vancouver show, no cap. And then this bitch answered. And then I was like, that is just a sign from the universe.
Was it
like,
though?
It was, because out of all the people possibly tweeting her, because she was going on like a little like tweeting spree, okay? So imagine like she has 3 million followers. So imagine how many people were probably tweeting her at the exact same time that I was, right? So the fact that she answered mine, I was like, this is a sign from the universe. So I did it.
No comment.
Yeah. Then phase 8 is acceptance that we have an addiction. And we're going to go to that show 7 states away because we can justify it. And then it says like, what if this is the last tour for a long time? We can't wait that long. And then here you will either buy those tickets and repeat the cycle, or realizes that circumstances are out of your hands and you're just going to have to tough it out. And then phase 9 is living. Eventually all the bad post-show symptoms will fade and you'll be able to look at your photos from the show as memories, and those memories will sustain you. So
So you won't hit stage 9 until after the next
Yeah,
concert.
I realize I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
And you better not buy a freaking third ticket.
No, there's no way because the next shows are. I'm going to a show and then there's only like 4 left after that.
Okay.
And then it's all in Europe and like I'm not that.
You're not gonna travel to Europe to go see him?
I'm not that wild. Honestly, fun fact, I did look at the Europe dates because I was like, oh, like maybe there's one on my birthday because I won't be in school. And I was like, how fun would it be to go to like somewhere in Europe on my birthday? And it's in Sweden, and Sweden banned Moderna as a vaccine. So I have Moderna. So I was like,
wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be on my birthday. So, anyways, I don't know. I can't. Like growing up, I always wanted to work in the music industry, and like after not going to concerts for 2 years, I'm like, maybe I want to do that again. And then I'm like, hey, I can't go through a figuring out what the fuck I want to do again crisis.
Oh gosh.
It was really fun. It was a really fun concert.
It sounds fun. I
didn't know anyone except this one girl I met on Twitter like 2 days before the concert, and we waited in line together. So I made a friend.
I love that.
And yeah, I mean, also she is so pretty.
She's gorgeous. I couldn't imagine.
Like you should have, when I walked in the room. So like obviously I know what she looks like, right? But like sometimes when you look at someone online, it's like, yeah, like they look good, but like what do they look like in person?
Yeah.
And I fucking walked in the room and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like she didn't even have like all her makeup on because they do that like after. But I was like, so you're telling me I'm gonna look like an egg? Like that's how I felt. I was like, I'm gonna look like an egg in this picture, and then I'm so pale in the picture because she either has a spray tan or she had bronzer on, like who knows, or if it's just because she lives in LA and everyone there is tanned all the time.
It's all spray tan.
Yeah,
it's LA. What do you think?
Ugh, yeah. Anyways, I think it's real. Anyone that like you go to concerts.
Yeah, but I also don't go to a lot of concerts either.
Okay. I feel like people that go to a lot of them, like, they can relate.
Yeah,
but
I also see that.
Yeah, like I also grew up on like fan Twitter.
Oh my gosh, you should have seen Amanda's Twitter. No, that's all I'm gonna say. You should have seen Amanda's Twitter. If you want to go see Amanda's Twitter,
follow me, Amanda1 POV. Everyone thinks it's POV. Everyone thinks it's POV because of Ariana Grande. I'm like, no.
It's just your point of view.
Because she has a song apparently called POV. Yeah, that like now everyone thinks like I'm this like big ass Ariana Grande stan. And like I like Ariana Grande, but like my Twitter is not because of Ariana Grande. But if you think this is bad, you should have seen me in Justin Bieber's era where he talked to fans. You know, I accidentally blocked him once. He followed me and I blocked him by mistake. And I lost my shit. I was like, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. And then he followed me again.
So he follows on Twitter?
Yeah, he follows me. Ariana Grande follows me. Britney Spears follows me. Like a lot of celebrities follow me. Yeah. But can you just imagine me at 16 blocking Justin Bieber when he followed me?
After he follows you?
Yo, I literally was about to like die.
I can't imagine how you're going to be after Billy's and Justin's concerts.
Yo, so Billie Eilish, I want to buy her meet and greet. But I justify it by the fact that her concert's general admission, and those fucking people are wild. Like my friend camped out the night before, and I don't have that like in me to do. And also it's gonna be in winter, so like I'm not about to like camp out in like freezing cold weather. And her meet and greet, so it's like separate from the ticket. So like you like it's like a separate thing, and she releases it like a week before the show starts. So like last time it was $300. So I'm assuming it's like 400, 500.
Probably.
And I would fucking do it for Billie Eilish.
I know you would.
Justin Bieber, his things are $2,300, and I can't do that. I can't justify that much. Like that is like absurd. Like $2,300.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Like, and it's a group picture. I'm gonna pay $2,300 to have a random ass stranger with me in my picture. No, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to know what I'm going to be like because I'm going to 2 Justin Bieber shows in a row and I'm front row for both of them.
You're going to 2 in a row?
Yeah. Monday and Tuesday. But at least like they're close. So I don't have to take a plane.
Yeah. And at least they're the day after the next. So you don't have to like deal with all this.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine me after that?
Yeah.
I
When is
don't
it?
want March.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And then
March, and then literally the week after, I have like 2 weeks of school left.
see.
So I have to like deal
Oh,
with
and then you
my
graduate.
depression. Yeah, then I graduate. I don't know when
Oh,
my graduation is. I think it's in June. I don't want
speaking
to
of
go, but
graduation, so as you know, I graduated last year.
mm-hmm.
And I didn't get like a full on like proper graduation. And then my school sent an email. They're like, "Oh, by the way, we're doing graduation for all of 2020 in December." And I'm like,
It's
"I'm not gonna
exciting.
go." I'm like, "I'm not gonna go. Like, it's already been a year and a half. Like, there's no point in going." But it's on my dad's birthday. And I told my dad, and he goes, "Sari, there's nothing more than I want to stay on my birthday than see you walk the stage." And I'm like,
Now I have to go.
"I have to go now." And I'm like, "Fine, I'll go. It'll be fine." So yeah, in December I'll be finally walking the stage after a year and a half.
That's exciting. I don't want to go to mine either, but then my parents were like, oh, like, because my brother's not going to university because he's studying like theater and you don't
Oh,
need a university degree to be an actor.
yeah.
So my parents were like, oh, like you're gonna be our only child to graduate. And then after like, so in Canada, I've said this like like countless amount of times, but like our university price is a lot
Cheaper.
cheaper than the States. So my parents paid, it's like 1,000 a semester around. And then they were like, oh, like we paid for your school. And I was like,
Oh.
and then my boyfriend was like, you have to go. So I'm gonna go. But
Watch him be streaming a graduation.
the way I don't want to go, the way I'm gonna like be literally like freaking out and sweating and like having a panic attack because I have to walk across a stage in front of people, like I'm not even wearing heels. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna wear
Yeah, no,
shoes
I'm not gonna bother wearing heels.
because
I mean,
that stresses me out even more because what if I trip?
yeah,
And
that's
you
my
know what?
clumsy ass would
I
go.
never wear heels, so why do I have to do it for that day?
Yeah,
And then
I
I told my
agree.
parents, I'm like, I'll go if we go for like a nice dinner after because I want food.
Oh, I'm making mine do that too, even though I graduated a year and a half ago. So
Yeah.
that's
So,
also like when they're gonna meet the boyfriend too. So
ooh, it's in a month, right?
and, like in 2 months, like a month and a half,
Okay, when in December is it?
December 17th.
Okay, yeah, a month and a half. That's exciting.
So
Scary.
that'll be, and then I'm meeting his on Thanksgiving. So
Oh, so that's even sooner. It's always like scary meeting them for the first time because like
your girl's anxious and
all they know
scared.
is like what they tell them about you.
Exactly. And I'm like, what has he said about me? What if he talks
And then
bad? I'm like, he
you have to
probably
make a
doesn't
good
talk bad about me.
impression.
Exactly. And like, since it's on Thanksgiving, I'm like, I have to bring food. I have to bring something because I don't want to come in
Yeah.
empty handed. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do? But yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
scary.
yeah. I'm anxious about that. I'm like super anxious.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
After like you're there for like 10 minutes, like it'll be fine. But it's like the part like going there and then like getting inside and like having to like meet everyone at the same time, that's overwhelming. But after that, it's like better.
Your girl's nervous, and he's like, don't be nervous. I'm like,
But
have
he's
you
gonna
met
be
me?
nervous when he meets your family. So
Yeah,
it's
he's
like
scared to meet my mom.
exactly. So like he's gonna tell you to not be nervous, and then you're gonna have to tell him the same thing.
And the fact, so when he meets mine on graduation, I won't even like be there because
Oh, true.
I'll be like sitting with like all the graduates and stuff. So like he'll get there, then my parents will get them. They'll meet without me introducing him, and
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Love that for you.
so yeah. So we'll see how that goes the next couple months.
Anyways, I'm literally gonna post like um a box and being like, do you have post-concert depression after concerts? Because I'm going to show you that I am not the only one. I will post it on my main Instagram too.
Yeah, I'm like that one has more followers,
I'm
so
going
we
to
can
do
get
that
better
after this episode.
representation.
I'm literally going to do that right after this episode and be like, do you suffer from post-concert depression? Do you have anything else
Then
you want to say?
no, I'm actually so one more thing. So like I don't have a lot of friends here, like in where I live. I have like a lot of online friends, but I don't have like a lot of in
Mm-hmm.
real life friends. And so my trainer, like there's like a bunch of girls that train with him, right? So one of them slid into my DMs and she's like, "Hey girl, let's go work out." So I've been working out with her like the past
Oh, yeah,
couple
that's
weeks.
fun.
And then another girl wants to come with us tomorrow. So I'm like, I'm
That's
finally
fun.
making friends.
Yes, and you all have like similar like
Yeah.
interests, so that's good. It's always good to
Yeah.
have people with similar like this is why like this is why I hate YouTube because I made so many friends that also do YouTube, but they don't live here. And I don't have like a lot of friends that live here that like to do like content creation and stuff like that. So it's like I have my friends that like are my friends, but I don't have any friends that are like the same things as me.
Right.
You know? So it's a challenge.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow.
That's exciting.
Having like a girls' night out plus working out. So
love that for you. Okay. Well, it was nice to catch up after like 3 weeks.
Yeah. It was very nice.
Yeah, next week.
Aren't you going out of town?
Yeah, but I'm free. I'm free Wednesday. I don't know if you have class.
No, I don't have class.
Okay, so I'm free Wednesday, and then I'm out of town like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I get back.
And then we'll have more travel stories.
Yeah, and then I'm free. And then I go to Vancouver on November 20th.
Oh.
But that I'm only going for like 3 days, so like it won't really interrupt my life.
Awesome. We have an exciting couple months, so.
Yes. Exciting but stressful because the fact that like I don't even know. Like I think I have something to do next week. I know that. I just don't know what it is. I don't know how much time it's going to take me, so I should start it tonight. Will I do that?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I'll probably look at it and be like, "Hey, I'll start tomorrow." Yeah, almost done school. Literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks.
5.
So you have
no,
6.
I actually do have. I have 5 weeks left.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you don't have a week.
In my internship, wait. 1, 2, 3. Skip that one. 4. I have 4 weeks left.
Oh. 1, 2, 3.
Not
4,
including
5.
Thanksgiving week, so technically 5.
Okay, makes sense.
And
I'm stressed. I have to go look at my school stuff. Too. Yeah. Okay, anyways, so thank you guys for listening to this episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to follow or subscribe to this podcast wherever you're listening to it on. If it by chance, I'm literally saying the same fucking outro as my other one, but
that's fine.
If it by chance, the Apple Podcast, don't forget to leave a review. I never actually checked if we even have a review yet. So I'm going to check that after this. I don't even know how to check because the thing is that sucks is like, since my podcast is Canadian, like on like my podcast settings is Canada. So like I only see Canadian reviews. So like even for my other podcasts, like I have a lot more American ones, but I can't see the reviews. So I don't even know if we have reviews, but if we do or don't, just leave a review because it helps the podcast. And you can follow us on Instagram at the Zillennial Girl Talk. And yeah, that's about it.
We'll see you next week.
Yes, bye.
Bye.